Alrighty, I guess I'm live right now. And before I talk about the upcoming Doom, let me just say that I know I have been out of action this past this year. Haven't been making a lot of content. I did mention that I was gonna be keeping it low this year, so I do plan on making some like a walkthrough on one of my projects, Resident Evil 1 remake, before the year ends. I don't know if I'm gonna do it next month, next week, this weekend, October. Not entirely sure, but that is coming soon. And yeah, I did end up finding something that I haven't seen anybody done on any walkthrough video. So let me just see if I'm actually live before I move on. So I don't want to be talking to myself like an idiot. Give me 1 second. Haven't done this streams in a while. I usually forget a lot of stuff. All right, I'm live. Cool. All right, before I move on with the upcoming Doom stuff, let me just say that this seller right here, he was actually gonna do me a freaking Doom 64 because he sold Resident Evil 2 and 64, and then Turok. The Turok one looked phenomenally awesome, but he just never got back at me. He never made one, so. And I haven't been looking at eBay and Etsy for the past 5, 6 months. So yeah, I've been I don't know, man. I'm losing interest in a lot of shit, dude. A lot of shit. I guess that's what happens when you get older. But yeah, let me just say, for the upcoming Doom, because I'm gonna talk about the Bethesda Gear, so I'm gonna talk about it here. Back in 2015, when they announced Doom 2016, I posted a comment that I said I wanted the creators to make something like Left 4 Dead where you can actually control the demons and you can fight off the survivor or the slayer. I posted that comment. I wish I could find it. And sure enough, we did have demons being controlled as a player in Doom 2016. Now, I don't know if they saw my comment or I've been known to actually say something or have a gut feeling and I always predict a lot of the stuff, usually when it comes to several things. Um, so Doom Eternal sure sold a lot really well, but that doesn't mean it's the best Doom. I'm sorry if you're butthurt for that. It's like Resident Evil 5 and 6. They're great Resident Evils, but they're not as good as Resident Evil 2, as Resident Evil 3, the original ones. They're not as good even for the tank controls, but even with the tank controls that is, because a lot of people don't like tank controls. But you know what? Those sold more than those games, but that doesn't mean that Resident Evil 5 and 6 are better games than Resident Evil 2 and 3. Same thing with Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal sold probably more than Doom 2016, I think. I haven't seen the figures, but it did sell well because the marketing, they were pushing in the marketing, statues, figures. And it came during the pandemic, so everybody was locked down, so people were buying more video games more so than ever, and the economy wasn't as bad as it is right now. So if we were to ever have a lockdown, then yes, the increase of video games will go up, but not substantially as much as in 2020 because everything is just almost to the point of being 1.5, 1.6 more expensive, almost double, and like in less than 4 years, which is crazy, man, after the pandemic. But yeah, so my prediction for Doom, the Dark Ages, since it's a very open world and the guys usually throwing the discs, I want the game to be more of an option to give you co-op because Doom 3, the original one, pushed the co-op feature so much and it did really well. And then Doom 3 BFG edition, like they scrapped the co-op. I'm like, come on, the best thing out of Doom 3, you had to take it out. So I'm probably one of the very few people out there that prefer the original one because the original one pushed for more mods, pushed for co-op, and then the game was darker and scarier. Like some people didn't like that. Like go figure, man. Like you can't have all the freaking Doom games to be the same, and then the mechanics change for Doom Eternal, and now I'm like, all right, where are those people that were whining um, about the dark scenery for Doom Eternal? I mean, for Doom 3, like, where are they for Doom Eternal? And I think it was one of the very few people that started first few people that started cheerleading, especially on the Doom Discord. I'm not in it anymore, and for whatever reason I got banned. Anyways, I was one of the few people that was bashing at Doom Eternal that it was just nothing but jumping. You couldn't even get ammo. I think it was like the second or third day of the game that got released, and yeah, I got a lot of pushback from it. It's like the political correct in Discord is insane, man. So I don't understand why you cannot criticize games now. Like, do you have to be a suck up? I don't care if I get banned or if I get criticized. I'm expressing my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, then you can f off, man. Like, it's just my opinion. There's people that have opinions that they didn't like Doom Eternal, the mechanics of just using the little zombies to get the ammo. Ah, man, it's the mechanics got a lot from Shadow. What's it called? Wait, Shadow Warrior. Then Shadow Warrior got those mechanics from another game. I forgot which one was it. Shadow Warrior was in the first one. So you can thank the game that originally had the mechanics out of Doom Eternal, out of like that game with Doom Eternal. Now Doom the Dark Ages, I have a feeling there's gonna be similar stuff to Doom Eternal, but then there's gonna be new mechanics. And I just hope they push for the co-op thing because for the Doom Eternal, they pushed a lot for the multiplayer, man. Like after the year the game got released, they really pushed for the burst thing, and I'm like, oh boy, after the pandemic, I just started to dislike PvP games, and now after 2024, like I can't even stand it. And if I play, it's like I hate myself so much when I try it because it just doesn't end well. So I don't like PvP games. I like co-op games. Even sometimes co-op games can be very frustrating because sometimes it can be competitive or you can have a douchey teammate that's bossing you around. Like I'm usually laid back. A lot of the people that I've been playing with, I have zero issues in the past year. Maybe like a few here and there hiccups on Turok 2 I don't want to mention his name, but you know probably who I'm talking about. But it was just stuff that I didn't want to redo again because in Turok 2 with the co-op, if you fail, you have to redo the level. So it's like I didn't want to do something like that and waste time. Um, so aside from that, like the levels that I saw in Doom, the Dark Ages, they're gonna be so opened, and of course, there's gonna be so many demons. I feel like it's gonna be more like the game of Serious Sam. Look up Serious Sam. The levels are freaking ginormous. You can go from point A to point B to point C, and you're still in the freaking same room. On Doom 2016, you go to point A to point B, you'll be in a different room, even though the rooms were really large, especially like the first hell. The levels were really, really like open and big. But Doom the Dark Ages, they're more open than Kim Kardashian, if you know what I mean. Like the levels are really, really, really open. So my take is that's probably ammo. You're probably gonna get it through using the damn chainsaw or whatever it's called, and probably using similar mechanics to like Doom 2000, Doom Eternal, sorry. And yeah, I hope there's less jumping and more of actually just going straight, narrow paths. I don't want the level to be linear, of course. A lot of people don't want levels to be very linear, so you can actually have a little bit of a challenging to know where you want to go. Um, I know some of the levels in the Doom 2016 were kind of linear, but then some of the levels you were going back and forth. I forgot which one was it. I think it was the the one before the tower. I forgot the name. The one where the Hell Knight got introduced for the first time. That level was actually really good and it was very challenging. It was a lot of back and forth for like two or three times, which, in all fairness, yeah, backtracking sucks, but like it's awesome for once in a while. So I wouldn't mind if there was some backtracking going on with Doom Dark Ages. Um, I know Doom Eternal, there wasn't much backtracking. Most of the levels were very, very linear, and the ones that were backtracking, it was like a lot of jumping going on. The ones that you had to backtrack, you had to jump no matter what. There was jumping going on, and the ones that didn't include a lot of jumping, they were very, very linear. So yeah, I hated that a lot, man. I really hated that. Um, Let me just say one last thing about Doom: The Dark Ages before I talk about Bethesda Gear. Mm, Hopefully they do push the multiplayer, but they give us more fun features, like King of the Hill, Capture the Flag, um, Last Man Standing. You know, they have all these options, but maybe we can get a little bit more. I don't know what the other multiplayers have been having this past several years. With the features. I know Team Deathmatch is usually like one of the most famous ones. I know that's the one that I would play the most because people got the nostalgia factor from Counter-Strike, but I want to see more features, man. It would be nice if you could play Doom, the Dark Ages, and have something like Left 4 Dead for reals, like this time for reals, like have a level, be with somebody else beating it, and then have a douchey bag like similar to like Resident Evil 6 where they can control like the bad guys and they're trying to actually hinder your progress. I will That would be really fun with Doom having a Kako demon flying and using it and making sure to just mess around if you want to be just moving around and being around with the slayers or if you want to fight them and ambush them. That would be great, man. And I would love if they can add something like that, like that. I don't know what kind of game mode. If they can add that, that would be really, really great. But we'll see, man. Um, so I think Doom Dark Ages is coming out next year. I wouldn't be surprised if they postpone the game. But yeah, enough of that. Let's talk about the Bethesda Gear. We're gonna have our first diorama for the, well, at least that I know, first diorama with the store. I've been keeping an eye, and now they're doing pre-orders. I think this year they started doing that because they wanted to actually start having fairness of people actually what what's what I'm looking for. Like there was so many what freaking Bethesda Gear was doing was they were buying like 800 limited limited to 800, right? I'm just giving an example because this is exactly what they did. Limited to 1,000, okay? I'm just giving out numbers of what the statues were the quantity. All right, so out of those 800 or 1,000, let's just say 800, okay? Out of those 800, one fourth of those statues would be sold, sorry, in like the first 6 months, full price. You got those one fourth. So let's do the math here. All right, so one fourth out of 800, that's 200 people. So 200 people were buying it of collectors that really wanted the statue just because they wanted to have it. And then I'm just throwing this out here. I'm not saying this is what's happening, but this is what I've been seeing a pattern from Bethesda Gear, and I really don't care if I'm not making stuff up, but I've been seeing, and I don't know if were doing if they were doing this. The last like the stuff that wasn't sell, but at like the last quantity, usually it was like pieces that weren't like in good condition, and it's just like many stores like the Big Bad Toy Store, you got the really good condition and in the average condition being sold quick, and then you would get the scraps at the very end, like the stuff discounted that is kind of like broken or damaged or some kind of shit. That I think that was what's going on with Doom. So I think the with the Bethesda Gear store, sorry. So they were doing like some I never personally done this, but they were giving you an option to buy a warranty or some shit. Like if you get the statue broken, you can replace it and get another one. They started doing that, so I wouldn't be surprised if some douchebags or assholes would be um like they will intentionally break a small piece and then they will take pictures and then they will like send the site that it came broken, blah blah blah, and then they will use the glue and dude, there's a lot of scam artists in the statue communities, but that's why the statues haven't been thriving that much this past several years because there's a lot of scam artists and there's a lot of DIY statues now going on. A lot of people buying um, like 3D printed already, and then they paint it themselves. They figure it out how to color them. That's one route you want to go to, or find a file, and if you have a 3D print, you can actually enjoy yourself and making an awesome statue. So for this diorama, I have no idea for the Elder Scrolls Online, but this is a really fine piece. I don't know how big it is, but considering for the oh shit, it's a 110 scale, man. But why is it 375? It's too expensive. Like right here, it's probably like the size of the Marauder, or I think a little bit bigger than Marauder. Like most of the statues, I think the Marauder is like 7 inches, 7.5. Trying to probably the Revenant if we had the Revenant. So the statue's not that big, but since you're getting several pieces and it's a diorama, they're charging it. I don't know why 375. Usually dioramas 110. They go for like 200 to 300 bucks. I think 375 is there. I think they're starting to beef up the price because they're starting to lose money because of the stuff that I mentioned of scam artists. And also, everybody's just waiting to get freaking the statues on sale. So it's like they weren't getting like the optimal price of getting like a good profit. So out of those one fourth that would get like a profit, and then everybody else would just get it on sale. Straight up, even the freaking scalpers, dude, that would wait. But the people that got unlucky and got the stuff on sale at the end, they end up getting products damaged, boxes damaged, statues slightly damaged. Ended up buying from a freaking reseller on eBay, and he said that he bought it from the site, that and it was like that. I honestly think he was probably saying the truth because a lot of companies, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bethesda Gear is doing it, they're selling you crap at the very end if you wait a lot. So they were, what's it called that I'm looking? I think that guy probably was one of the people that bought it, and I think he said full price, but I think he's just shitting on me. He bought it when it was like on sale before, I think probably during the holidays. I should have bought it during the time, but again, the best time to get statues is like when it comes out, man, full price. If you want something really nice, like the box and everything really nice, get it early, man. Pay full price. I learned it the hard way with two statues already. I got that guy. I bought that from the reseller because I waited forever to get it, and then that was one of the ways that I kind of stopped doing this because I feel like I got backstabbed by Bethesda Gear. And then what's the other one? I can't think on top of my head. What's the other one? Um, let's see. Man, I can't think which one was it. I know there was another one, but that was one of the cases of somebody buying it and then reselling it online. And I wouldn't be surprised he was like bought it at the last year because it was that Dark Servant went out of action on the Bethesda Gear in like I think I have to say probably like around March or April of this year, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like the people that were buying it in December and January, like they were getting the last scraps, damaged boxes, damaged statues. So again, if you're gonna buy from a collector, and now that I'm glad that I'm they're doing this of the pre-orders, that you gotta make sure you're gonna buy something, you're gonna get it full price, and scalpers are not gonna take advantage of getting a lot. But I don't understand why they have this. They didn't have this, so maybe they do wanna lean on the scalpers. Agree and continue. What it says? What's the policy though? Yeah, well, they started having the quantities. That wasn't the case. They didn't had it. I guess they want to have people to actually pre-order the item. A lot of times when you pre-order something and you want to cancel it, you don't get your money back from the pre-order. So I think that's one of the policies that when you pre-order, that's why they have this some bullshit. I think a lot of websites do that. If you pre-order, you don't get that pre-order money back. That way they don't lose some of the money. They get some of the revenue. So not kind of smart if you ask me on their end. So they started pushing a little bit more merch for the Doom stuff. And I think this plush though is very tempting, man. This Kako Demon is way better than this one right here. And this one was sold out and they brought it back. So I wouldn't be surprised if I got a hold of this Chinese manufacturer to make more. So yeah, they do bring back stuff, but not statues. Once statues are gone, they're freaking flipping gone, man, because they only have like a quantity and they throw it out, limited to only 800, which is annoying, man, because not everybody has it, and I want other people to get it, get some of these stuff as well. This came back as well, so these two were sold out. I think this one was sold out and then it came back. I think I don't know why the it's too much money, man. Even with the $45 after discounted, it's too much money. This is probably worth every penny if you don't have if you don't have none of the games. I already have them. Like this for the BFG for this type of money amount, like shit, man. You gotta be like one of those crazy collectors that you want to have everything. Like I want to collect Doom stuff, but like statues, especially 110, because I don't want to get anything bigger than 110. 1.6 debatable. Maybe if it's PC PBC, that's not heavy because when you deal with polystone, man, you gotta be very careful if they're bigger than 110 because if you're gonna be moving stuff around, they always break the unpackaging as well. I don't care how big or how small, you gotta be very gentle and careful with the statues. The Marine, the first one, a lot of pieces were getting broken from people unpackaging the shotgun. I thankfully saw a video and I saw two people or three people um, talking about or making a video on how that piece got broken. So I was like, holy shit! Well, the quality is probably not that good if it's broken, and I don't know who is the manufacturers for these statues. So like, you know what? I'm gonna cut it and use scissors rather than just rolling it how most people were doing it. They were breaking it, so I thankfully haven't broken anything. But my Pain Elemental, I bought it and it's one of the cheeks. It's slightly damaged, and I'm kind of sad that is the case. I actually wanted to buy another one, but you know what? I kind of lost interest in buying another one. I think that's the only thing that I have slightly damaged. Most of my statues are in really good condition. The Revenant, No, yeah, everything's in really good condition. So I try to take care of my stuff. I think the best thing to do is just to put in a glass, man, and put it there because if you put it in a glass, most of the time the dirt are not gonna go in. You don't have to clean it. You don't have to have airbrush. You don't have to air dust. And even if you don't have air filtration, you don't have to dust off in order to actually have the dirt go in there because it's usually gonna be sealed off. So that's your best bet. Put it on like a case, a glass case, in order to look at it. It's the best thing. And I think your average, but Doom and Fallout collector, they have those glass cases. I've seen a lot of DC and Marvel fans, and I think I only seen very few people who have them. Um, so your average Marvel and DC fan doesn't give a rat's ass. And some of these people, man, some of these collectors of Marvel and DC, they don't even clean the statues, dude. Like if you're gonna clean it at least once a week. Or if you're lazy, clean it at least once a month or once every 3 months. You don't want to go past 6 months because it's gonna get that type of dirt that is gonna be really hard to take out. And I bought one of the Doom, not Doom, Mortal Kombat Scorpion statue. I got it really cheap. I think it was like $30 or something. From somebody from Hawaii. Like the little leg, since it's been getting like really dusty, and then the original owner wasn't cleaning it. Now, like if I dust it, and even if I clean it, there's some dust that it's still stained. So you gotta use like a wet towel wipe. And even then, if there's like a light, there's gonna be some type of dust there, and it's gonna be very visible. So you just gotta be careful, man. By the way, this is a good discount right here, almost 50%, $100. This look a very beautiful statue. But anyways, let's move on. Wait, I don't know if the comments are working. Anybody's chatting? No. Okay. I got my channel here, my TV, so I don't know if I can see the comments. So my apologies if you comment. Last time, I think Taylor was commenting. I couldn't even see his comment. So I ended up making an account for Redbubble. They make really good phone cases. Unfortunately, a lot of the phone cases are from iPhone. I'm pretty sure there's probably other websites that they can probably make custom made phones, probably cheaper. But if you're looking for a case, a Duke Nukem case, I don't know what's the quality. I wish I did see an Android one last month when I was browsing, and I can't find one anymore for whatever reason anymore. Same thing with Doom. There's Doom cases here that you can actually buy. Imagine. I'm sorry, calling somebody and having this phone case. Yep. So I don't know. Like this one looks really, really great. There you go. I think this was one of the ones that I saw. Oh man, dude, I'm actually want to get this phone right here, the S24. Yeah, they go as old as S9. I think S9 is like a 8-year-old phone, 9-year-old phone, something like that. So 8 year, wait, four, it came out. Oh, it came out in 2018, I think. Yeah, 6-year phone. 6 or 17, something like around there. So yeah, there's some people that still take care of good some of their phones and they have older phones. So this is a really amazing phone cover. I would definitely give this a try. I wish they would offered more than 20%. I think this is probably a reasonable price, $20, 22. I know most cases go for like 10 or $30, like really good phone cases go anywhere between 30 and $50, but like really good ones. And so these ones are probably not the best, but they look good. So like give or take, it's not a bad price, but it's not a good price. So If you want to check it out, I'm gonna probably save the link here because I'm gonna link this one's Bethesda Gear. Yeah, I'll link it after the stream as well. So there's two stuff. The eBay page that I mentioned in my early stream, I'm not gonna link that. That guy just gave too many excuses and didn't want to sell anything. And I do kind of feel bad. I don't link some of the sellers because I had it in some of the streams and I took it down. So I might probably end up talking about some of their merchandise in the future. So I won't forget about that. I think it's three sellers on Etsy. So I haven't been on Etsy in like 5 or 6 months or something like that. And this is something that I've been wanting to get. But it saddens me because I got rid of my amiibos. So it just reminds me of my amiibos. I ended up selling that at a really at a good price. And the guy took advantage of me because I gave him like a $10 discount and I told him, well, just give me 10% off out of the Walmart. And then he just never did, man. I just fucking leaves. Like, I'm sick and tired of people just taking advantage of people, man. That's what happens when you're too nice. You take advantage. Let's see here. It's one example right here, right here. It's kind of dark. I wish. There you go. You know, this is like an actual amiibo, so this looks really good. And I was actually gonna be one of the first ones to buy it from him, but I just never did, man. I've been postponing it. This was something that I really wanted to get for my brother. Um, this seller will definitely. I'll. I don't know if I have saved it, but I'll sell it. I know his Etsy store got taken down because of some person trying to be a douchebag, and thankfully he got his store back because I feel like this guy is doing his best to actually sell. Some of the stuff that he sells really expensive. That's because I think he told me he's getting it from another person. So he's buying it from one person and then he just like tinkers with it. So anything that's like over 80 bucks is like I don't think he probably makes it, but I can be wrong because I think I don't know. He says something in some of the messages. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people are doing that on Etsy. Like they're not necessarily getting the sculpt out of the 3D. They get it from somebody else, so they buy it like in bulk or like a huge amount, and then they just use the paint and then they just color it like this Gino right here. So there you go. There's another one. So if you wanna buy a cheap one and you wanna buy color it yourself, you can get this one instead of like the one with the base, and you can just put the base. There's people that open this and they buy the like there's like a little plastic barcode that scans it as an amiibo, and you can use it as a legit amiibo, but a lot of these people don't sell it because I don't know if that can be they're probably liable to a copyright sue from Nintendo. But you know, a lot of these the Chinese companies that they sell a lot of these stuff, they don't care, man. You know, Japan, that's why they're always pissed at the Chinese because the Chinese always find ways to make more money, man. Probably more so money than your average Japanese company out there. But yeah. So I'm gonna link up the store. This looks really nice. So anybody's a big Fallout, I think it's a little bit pricey, but man, this looks really good. It's not a statue, it's a figure. So I'll definitely link up his store. Um, just for shits and giggles, man. I'm gonna link this one as well when the stream ends. If anybody's interested in this, I thought it looked cool. I think probably putting this like on a wall, putting it one type of some hanging in or something. Anybody who's a big Doom collector, this would probably look really good on the wall. So I don't know, just throwing out some type of ideas for anybody that is interested in buying DIY stuff from Doom or just merch. I haven't seen anybody buy a rug. This look really good, man. Like I vision myself of having a podcast of other Doom collectors, like having a round table and then having a big ass rug, then having a wall with like Doom stuff. Oh man, you know what? Only a man can dream, but you know what? Maybe that dream can come true. I don't know. You need a lot of money to have like a really nice house and have a really nice setup and bringing in the people, but I don't think it's gonna bring up a lot of revenue as opposed to like a podcast with having people to talk to over whatever bullshit. Like I think these are not helmets that came from the pre-orders. I think these are just DIY helmets. So yeah, so these are kind of expensive, but anybody that's interested, I'll link it up. It looks really good. Like there's people that actually collect these and put it on like walls. People who collect masks and stuff. You need to have a lot of space, man, in order to have these. They take up a lot of space. And here's another one. I don't think. Yeah, it's not the same seller. So this one, it looks more like the Doom. Wait, the color looks more like Doom 2016. This one, and then this one looks more like Doom Eternal. Yo, what the heck? They look very similar to this guy's. I've been noticing that. Maybe what the heck? Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan. Holy crap, man. That's like the sellers from Spain. There's different type of sellers that are selling similar stuff from Spain. Um, Turkey as well. There's items that look very, very similar. What the hell's going on here, man? I don't know what is going on. Makes me wonder, man. Look at this item right here. It comes from China. Jacket from Doom 64, but they have the they have the Doom Eternal demons. So they have the Doom Eternal, and then you got the logo for Doom 64. You know what? This actually looks awesome, but I don't know, man. It's sad that a lot of merch for Etsy, they don't push for Doom 64. I was the only one that pushed for it, like on two different sellers, and then they stopped selling it. I don't see it anymore on Etsy because I guess people are not interested in Doom 64. I'm probably like the only person that's crazy to get merch out of that, even if it's DIY. Pixelized Princess, man, who doesn't like Pixelized Princess? Look at her number of sales, dude. She's almost gonna top 10,000. Like the people that I've been buying, they usually have her store as like her favorite. So we got similar taste. The people that I've been buying from, and I do have the magas from Chrono Trigger, the sprite. They look amazing. Unfortunately, she hasn't been posting anything new. So as soon as I see something new, I'll probably mention it. But yeah, every time when I'm doing the streams, I'll definitely put her store on after the stream. And she has more stuff than these, but I don't know. I wanted to buy the Zombies Ate My Neighbor stuff, but I just don't have space. I don't have space. Well, I kind of do, but I'm kind of like it's kind of getting a little bit stretched. Okay, well, I'm gonna take this one off. Oh, look at this, man. Now, when it comes to custom made Nintendo 64s, you can't beat this one right here, dude. Can't beat this one. Look, the dock. It's very, very expensive, but oh my God. And I think this guy's from Spain. Yeah, and it's similar to another store that I'm gonna mention in a bit. So I don't know if they're from like similar people. The same person that has like a ring of connections. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something like that going on. What is this right here? I don't know how big this diorama is. Let's look at this. Yeah, there's not much information here, so it says not responsible for custom duty fees and damages from customers manipulating it. Uh, yeah, it just makes you don't want to buy it, man. But it looks really awesome. It's the same seller right here, the custom made diorama for the zombies from the Ocarina of Time, and then the Nintendo 64. He's selling you the diorama so you can put that Nintendo 64, which is really, really like it's a really gifted, talented person of the guy that's making this. Like this one looks amazing right here. Look at that, man. You got the Scotella. It would be nice if you had like the original one on the side and then the golden one on the right side, the left, and you got the Master Sword. This is probably like one of the best looking Nintendo 64s I have ever seen. Shit, I had to take it out. Yeah, they're the same guy, so definitely gonna link his store. Yeah, so for I think the dock is probably a better option than the Nintendo 64 because the dock you don't necessarily tinker with the console. It's just to put it so you can light it up and then actually see it on the TV. Oh man, this looks amazing. The Chrono Trigger one. I think you just probably put like the diorama pieces. So this one probably can be a little bit fragile. So you gotta be very careful. It can probably move it around and some of these pieces will probably fall off. So I think with these pieces, I think with the shipping, we're probably a little bit more how can I say it? It's a gamble. I was seeing that some of these international if you're from America, right, or Canada, like it doesn't matter, North America, South America, if you if it's going from ocean to ocean, there's a likelihood like the very higher chance that your item is gonna get damaged, especially from Etsy. So you just that's something you want to really think about of buying before you do because a lot of these Etsy sellers they don't want to give you the money back. They don't want to like deal with the hassle of returning it, and a lot of times it's just the it's not their fault because some of these companies, these mailboxes companies, they throw some of these packages. Sometimes they freaking open it, thinking they have some type of drugs or some shit. And I'm like, I know there's a lot of like trafficking of drugs going on now with packaging now. It's but it's like, come on, man, like they just destroy some of your packages, like so. Yeah, if you want to look this up, I think this is an amiibo, so I don't know if that's like a 3D print or it's an actual amiibo. So yeah, very expensive, but man, does it look amazing. Amazing. Like, I'm speechless right here, man. If this is exactly what you're getting, it's top-notch work. I don't know from which Legend of Zelda is this one. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna link this up as well, this store. And then let's move on to another one that's very similar to that guy. And yeah, similar letters, different seller, but guess what? He's also from Spain. So I don't know what's going on. It's like the Mortal Kombat Scorpions. There's like two or three different sellers. They're all from Turkey. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're like if it's like a ring of people selling it, and then they're all trying to increase their. their business. I don't know what if that's going on with this. So this guy told me that he can actually make me a Doom 64 figure, but yeah, they're not gonna be cheap, man. I've been wanting to get a paint elemental first because um, what's his name? Gamecraft. I think it's Gamecraft. Yeah, I think it's Gamecraft. I forgot. He's on freaking DeviantArt and other websites. He doesn't like I've been reaching out on him on Facebook and he doesn't even reply. Uh, he's the one that has the Pain Elemental and the Mother Demon for Doom 64 that he actually sculpted. So I'm like, man, if I can get somebody that can sculpt just like similar to that stuff or very similar to the original game and make it like a statue or like a toy, dude, I would definitely would invest money on it because it's amazing. Like this is really expensive, but if you have the money, like look, I'll show you. Look at this, man. There's pictures. Looking from the size of this probably is like around 8, 9 inches. This thing is probably like 13, 14 inches, and then the wide's probably like a 1/8, 1/7 scale. $600. It's expensive, man. Really expensive. But I don't know, man. Like the Resident Evil 2 Cherry. Some of the works here, like some of these stuff look really actually not that bad, to be honest. But they're expensive, man. Like this right here. This looks really nice right here. Look at this, man. Look at this. Oh my God, with the N64 boxes and having the Mario. I don't know where he got that started. I don't think it's from this seller. Wait, what the heck? I didn't. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you got. Wait a minute. I think that score Sub-Zero's from that I seen it once one sculpt like this very similar from Turkey. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like another Etsy seller. And then again, there's a lot of people that are buying or no are making. They're finding like 3D prints. It's a lot cheaper. You just gotta find ways to make paint. Wait a minute. This guy gave me 4 stars. Oh man, this is the thing about buying from see, this is evidence right here. Like I'm not talking shit out of my ass just to talk shit. This is evidence right here that if you're gonna buy from Etsy and from international sellers, don't expect something to come out in really good condition. So you're gonna gamble. So let's look at some of the stuff that he sold. And I actually saw something I don't that was like very similar. And it wasn't from Spain. Ah man, how can I see his? Okay, right here. Right here. Look at this one right here, man. Oh man, I can't make it bigger. It looks amazing. The armor from the Resident Evil 1. And then of course you got Final Fantasy 7. He can include the different knives. Oh, the stars already there included with this. Okay. Yeah, for any of the collectors that want everything out of that. Yeah. So I say the bigger, damn, this looks really good. The bigger the sculpt or statue, whatever, the more risky it is. That's why I wanted something like 6, 8 inches is more of a safe bet to buy. And honestly, I don't want a paint elemental that's actually bigger than 10 inches. Um, if it's like 6 to 12 inches is probably like my ideal size paint elemental. This guy said 13 inch. He's probably gonna put it like in a tube, which is probably gonna be similar to that Kako Demon from Bethesda Gear store, or probably a little bit smaller, give or take. So I think that's probably a good size to have it like in the back. I might probably ended up getting rid of my Scorpion statues, only because like vast the majority of my room is just nothing but Doom. So I might probably have to get rid of the random other stuff. I'll probably just keep the Chrono Trigger and the Warcraft 3 poster. For the nostalgia, I won't get rid of that, but I'll probably get rid of a lot of the other stuff. My vintage toy section, kind of feel bad that I got rid of most of my uh, Spider-Man figures. I ended up getting rid of one, and just to take a note, I ended up doing a shitty deal with this guy that owns a game store, and long story short, he ended up screwing me. He said that the one that sold was 120, he got it out of his ass. Dude, it's fucking 160 MSRP. We'll go with 40% out of that. If we can go 30, that's fine. But I didn't even get 30% out of that, and it was brand new. So I ended up putting a lot of some of the toys. And I feel like I kind of got robbed, man. But I got one of the Spider-Mans, even though he didn't want to. I'm like, fuck this, man. If he doesn't want to do this deal, then I'm gonna back off of the deal because it's like I'm losing money out of this. I'm not a desperate whore just to get some money for drugs or do a freaking down payment on some type of shit like a cell phone or anything. Like I didn't actually need the money that much. So I'm like, you know what? These people think that they're the only ones that can take advantage. Like, if I would own a game store, I would probably make sure to actually go with the MSRP of the original price and then go with that. Not with whatever freaking dumbass that sells it on eBay and sells it really cheap. 'Cause at the end of the day, that's from people that sell it really cheap just to get a bank, like really quick money, desperate money. So I don't know where this guy even got those numbers. So yeah, so I don't want to sell my statues dirt cheap. I'll probably do a good deal, but it's like it's a good deal on my end and it's a good deal for the person. It's not like I'm gonna sell it, I get ripped off, and he makes a deal. No, everybody's gonna get a good deal. Like if I can actually lower the price of bulk for like at least 20% of everything, or similar to like 30%, that's actually a really good deal for the person and for me. But if I'm discounting and I'm selling something of bulk or some fucking statues, and I'm like, I'm giving you like 80% discount, like I'm getting fucked over, especially if it's brand new. Like, fuck, man. Like, I don't know why people take advantage of people these days, man. It's sickening. So that was one other douchebag this year that got advantage of me, and yeah, dude, I'm done of having people like that taking advantage of me. It opened my eyes that after the pandemic, I saw that the world is a lot darker than I thought it really is. Like there's very few people who, you know what? I want to have you as a customer. I'm gonna make you happy. I'll make myself happy. We'll work things out so we can actually both be happy. No, this fucking scummy freaking vampires. They want to take advantage of the most out of you so they can actually feel themselves good, but they don't think about the other customer. They don't think about other people. They only think about themselves, man. So I feel like we're in the generation. You know how there's the freaking generation, the silent generation, the greatest generation, the boomer generation, the Generation X. I'm gonna call this generation after 2020. I'm gonna call it the narcissistic, political correct generation. That's what it should be called, man. Narcissistic PC, because political correct, because you can't say anything. You can't express anything. Oh, you're gonna get shadow banned on YouTube. Has happened because I expressed my opinion. Oh, because I had some type of music I didn't did a copyright. That's why my channel has been sinking down more and more as time goes by. But you know what? That's how I am, man. I can't change it. So, so I'm showing you some of the stuff that he sold. They're actually really good. So a lot of these stuff, they're like 6 to like 15 inches. Some are a little bit bigger. So anybody that's a big collector for any of the PlayStation N64 era games, and I think there's a few here and there, probably Super Nintendo. This guy probably has your back. Um, you see, custom figures. He was having these. I haven't seen anything that he was selling for the custom poly. He said that he was actually not gonna. Oh shit, this looks really nice. He was not gonna charge me for the custom paint elemento, but I think he probably did. Was gonna charge, but because he's selling it like the price for a custom made 1/10, they go painted. They go anywhere between 80 and 150. This guy's charging a little bit more money of that. But because he lives in the EU, everything in Europe is very expensive. So I understand with all this shipping and handling products as well. It's oh, you know what? I never thought about that. What about the shipping? Yeah, I don't ships from. Oh, yes, you're getting it up your ass, man. $58. Holy shit. I didn't even see the prices for the shipping here. Damn. I guess this stuff is only for like the wealthy or the person that's constantly working and collecting. You don't have to necessarily be rich. Like a lot of the collecting, wait, I have this on card. A lot of the collecting goes for the average person that works 9 to 5, doesn't overspend on dumb things. The only dumb things they spend is probably like collecting the stuff they like, which is toys and statues. So you don't have to have a lot of money. I know a lot of collecting people think that it's only for like the rich class, anybody that collects more than that has earnings of $60,000 or more. That's not true, man. Like you can definitely be poor and still have a nice collection, but you just gotta really like invest little by little. Um, Probably you're not gonna get everything as fast enough as the other people, but if you're gonna get it and you're gonna put the effort and time into it, eventually you'll get there, man. Not as fast, of course, but eventually you will. I think that's the only stuff that I have for this stream. Uh, I think there was another stuff that I was gonna talk about Etsy, but I can't think on top of my head what it was. And oh shit, look at that. I'll probably tell this to my brother. You know what? I'll probably link this one up just for the hex. Yeah, well, the prices are not actually that bad. I don't know if they're too good to be true though. $30, $5. This is very reasonable. This is actually very reasonable. This guy doesn't overprice if they're as good as what it looks in the picture. Anyways, I'm gonna cut the stream. Um, as I mentioned, I'm probably gonna do Resident Evil 1 remake soon. As I mentioned, I found something out that I've seen like 6 or 7 different walkthroughs and nobody has mentioned it. Um, and then of course I'm gonna do 100%. You know me, I try to do 100%. So what I do 100% for that game, I'm gonna do all files, all possible cutscenes, and all maps. So I'm gonna go for that. And then hopefully when I finish my RE1 remake, I'll probably focus on Quake, which is something that I should have done back in 2021 or 22 when the game came out. The the remake, the remastered. So I'm really behind on a lot of stuff with the gaming, but again, like my subscription count hasn't been going up that much, and so I don't feel rushed to do a lot of the content. Um, I do want to make more hair product. Fragrance product reviews soon and probably more content on my second and third channel as well. Stay tuned for that. Um, because I ended up getting books. Do want to talk about books, some of the stuff on my second channel. I just want to get another webcam to actually have something to be showing while I'm drawing or talking, whatever. So I don't know. My apologies. I haven't been making content on those two other channels, but yeah, stay tuned for that. And yes, always take care, everybody. Have a great weekend and take care. Make sure to do me a favor and hit the like. You don't have to subscribe. It's fine, but just do me the favor and hit the like if you can. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care.